Life is hard and totally unfair. Remember 2020? Imagine receiving a cancer diagnosis in 2020. Over the phone, because COVID. And by the way, it's stage 4 and incurable. That's what happened to my dad and our marketing director and friend, Leanne. My dad and I, we go way back. He's been a constant guide, light, coach, inspiration, and all-around superhero my entire life. He's always been my biggest fan, and I his. I remember playing baseball, and he would walk the fence, cheering me on. As kids, most of us think about our parents, especially our dads, as invincible. But at some age, the superhero becomes human. That time for me was 2 years ago.
Many of you know that over probably the last 6 months, I've been having some rib issues and thought I had a pulled rib. Couldn't even bowl, which was pretty bad. Also, I've been having some kidney problems, and so they were doing some testing on my kidneys and that. Through all of this here recently, it's been diagnosed that I have a type of cancer, multiple myeloma, and I just wanted to let all of you know about it before it spread on the streets, so that you could be praying and supporting. Through all of this, it's difficult, but we're going to make it. As you know, we're a family of faith, and I just trust in the Lord. Whatever happens, happens. I'm going to praise Him. We've got the best team on all of Whidbey Island, and I just appreciate all of you very, very, very much. Thank you for being such a great team, such great supporters. There is so much future, so much to look forward to. I am really, really excited about what the rest of this year has. It's a year of overcoming. It's a year of overflowing. It's a year of seeing each and every one of you do your very best. And just thank you. I love you all very much.
Yay.
They told us he was a few weeks away from not being here. Stuck in a wheelchair, my superhero dad was discouraged and wondered if he'd ever walk again. There were a lot of hard days that he had to rely on my mom to help him do things he used to do himself. Luckily, my mom possessed her own superpowers, which included never-ending encouragement, support, and kicking him in the butt. With her in his ear, he decided to set some goals. His first goal was to get out of his wheelchair. Second, he wanted to walk on his own, so he took his first steps. And third, he wanted to mow his lawn, so he did. It was an amazing thing to watch, the team my mom and dad made, how they relied on each other to reach goals and set new ones. My dad continued to improve and regain some independence. He was doing better than the doctors expected, and we were all finding our new normal in his diagnosis. The holidays were right around the corner, and so we started making plans. And then, on November 20th, 2020, we unexpectedly lost my mom. Life is hard and totally unfair. If you've ever lost someone that you love, you know the pain. We were all shook to the core. She wasn't just the backbone of our family, she also played a role in our company. She playfully referred to herself as our CFO, our Chief Fun Officer. But my dad, can you imagine what he was going through? Losing the love of his life, his greatest support, encourager, and caretaker, while in an already vulnerable state. If anyone has a reason to claim life is unfair, he does. How will he do life without her? He wasn't sure, but he chooses, not chose. It's not a one-time thing. He chooses every day to figure it out. It's not been easy. but he lives life to his fullest. Pain, tears, laughter, joy, grandkids, and all. My dad wasn't the only one throwing a curveball or two that year, though. Leanne is our marketing director. She's been a part of our team for 8 years. We went into 2020 with some big plans. We were an office of about 24 brokers. We had just acquired another CB franchise, and we were headed into a total rebrand. New logo, new name, new offices, and double the agents. This was huge. Probably the biggest event of Leanne's career. This is what marketing directors dream about. And she had a plan of attack, and she was armed with enough smoke bombs to turn our 52-mile-long island blue. Then the world shut down, and our plans went with it. It was a hard pill for her to swallow, but not as hard as when her phone rang, and she heard the words, Stage 4, incurable. The good news? If treatment worked, she had 11 months to live. When I asked Leanne about her journey, she recounts, as you can imagine, I had a lot of emotions to process amid some really intense pain. She had a tumor in her spine, one in her cervix, and her lymph nodes in her abdomen had swollen so big they were squeezing her internal organs and making her unable to eat. Her brain flooded with questions she had no idea how to answer. Mainly, having beaten cancer twice before, how do you fight an incurable kind? What does incurable mean? Am I dying right now? How do you fight something you know you cannot beat? Why fight at all? Doctors and people around her were talking about finding her new normal and quality of life. She couldn't even get herself off of the couch. She thought, what quality of life? What is the rest of my life going to look like? She was scared. She did not know what to do. Except she did know someone who was going through something similar.
I have cancer, but cancer doesn't have me.
Whether knowing it or not, my dad helped Leanne find purpose in her cancer. The loss of my mom could have stopped him in his tracks, but his decision to honor her by living his life and not letting cancer control or define how he lives, that inspired Leanne. She's always believed there's a reason for every season, and my dad reminded her of that. Leanne started treatment. She was getting better, stronger, and realized she was still alive for a reason. She said, instead of worrying about what my life was going to look like, it morphed into, what do I want my life to look like? Because like Rick said, I have cancer, but it doesn't have me. Leanne wanted to go where God wanted her to go. She wanted to spend more time with family and friends. She wanted to make a difference in her job. She wanted to travel, and so she did, and she does all of those things purposefully. The result? Her life transformed into one she had always wanted. Leanne actively and purposely seeks to spend time with people she loves. She pushes herself out of her comfort zone and produces things she never thought she could at work. She took a helicopter to the top of a mountain and went snowshoeing. She put her passport to use for the first time and went to Mexico, Greece, Italy, Paris, London, Scotland, and Bora Bora, look out because you're next. Leanne said that people approach me asking about my bald head and short hair, sharing their stories and experiences with cancer and their pain, giving me an opportunity to share how Jesus helped me and how others like Rick have helped me. This is incurable cancer. It's not a death sentence. It is a gift I get to share with others, and I'm incredibly thankful for it. My dad has cancer. Leanne has cancer. But cancer does not have them. Yeah, life is hard and totally unfair. All of us experience pain, but you don't have to live at the mercy of it. Whether you're kicking back on Easy Street or fighting down Nightmare Alley, what if you didn't let life's challenges dictate how you respond? Hardships keep coming no matter what. The older we get, the more we'll face. But if you stand by and let fate write your story, it's going to steal what's important to you. Relationships, happiness, earning potential, a life worth living. Or you can make a decision. You can decide to engage and exert control over your life. Make a list of what's important to you. Put your energy into making those things happen and live your life with a deep sense of meaning and happiness. Make the decision today. Don't wait. If you make that decision, the next time life pulls the rug out from under you, you might stumble a little bit, but you'll stay on your feet. My dad has cancer. Leanne has cancer. What do you have? What circumstances are you facing? Don't let it dictate how you respond. Don't let it have you. This is your life. How do you want to live it? Decide today and start living the life you've always wanted. Thank you.
Incredible. Incredible job, Steve. Camden, Schutte, ladies and gentlemen. Powerful message. Incredible, incredible job. And I love that your dad is here.
Yep.
Leanne is here. I'm glad they're here not just to hear your amazing speech, which was going to stick with us, but also because Coldwell Banker would like to honor them. The Preserving the Trust Award is given to a person who has overcome obstacles and been a beacon of hope in their community throughout their career. For his 40-plus years in real estate and overseeing Coldwell Banker 360 team in Whidbey Island, Washington, and for his love and commitment and positive spirit in his community and company, please welcome to stage this year's Preserving the Trust Award winner, Rick Schutte.
You've always been an inspiration to